All right. What's going on, everybody? This is Alvin J, the most passionate non-doctor on the internet, and I'm here today to talk to you guys about your holiday eating. Okay, you guys know you're going to eat over Christmas. You know you ate already over Thanksgiving, and some of you are running that all together, and now you're going to put Thanksgiving eating together with Christmas eating, and you know what that's going to do to you? It's going to create something on your body, on your frame called the Holiday 25. Now that's my term. I didn't get that from a magazine or anything like that, but that's what you're going to gain from those two holidays for eating over this Thanksgiving, Christmas break. Okay. I know people get together. You're traveling out of town. You're rushing to do this. You're getting over here to do that. I know you want to spend time with your family, but what happens when you get together with family? Most of the time you congregate in the kitchen and you're snacking, you're eating dinners, you're eating lunches together. You're getting all this food. Everybody's laughing, having a good time. But what's not laughing is your belt, because your belt is like, please stop. Okay, so it's trying its best. But that's what we got for this afternoon. Okay, so we got it. So Brother D Nubian up in here again. Okay, so the first one, I love it. All right. Let's see. Hey, from Baltimore, Dave Kearney in the house. Yolanda Williams back in here. Yolanda, welcome back, Yolanda. We got, it looks like 11, 12 people in here right now. We're going to have more as we keep going along. As you can see, we're in here a little bit later. Want to see if we can get a few more people on. And I was trying to rush back from an engagement so I can get my live. So here we are. Okay, so if you guys have anything to throw out there, Rockin' Osprey, I see you back in the house. Very good. You guys know what to do. Go ahead and tell me where you're from so we can see that it's not just from one city. We're not just local. We're actually coming from everywhere in the United States and overseas. You see, I believe with this particular live, we have hit every single continent out there. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. We got people from Asia. We come all the way from Australia. We got Jamaica, Mr. Barbados representing from Jamaica. We got Frenchie. We got all kinds of people coming from all different parts of the world, and I am loving it. So we just remember, help can come from everywhere, and it's going to come from the United States. It's going to come from around the world, and we're going to help each other to get better. All right. It's just not me dispensing advice, because as you guys will see in the chat, people are actually helping each other. They're asking questions. You went through this. How can I do this? What works for this? Have you tried this yet? Have you done the saline wash that he's talking about? How does it work? How fast does it work? Do I need to stay next to a toilet? Yes, you do in that case. All right. So let's see. We got LAX in the house, Brooklyn, North Carolina, VT. Okay. I love it. Here we go. Phoenix, Arizona. I love it. So Artie in the house. So you guys know what we got is a plethora, a bevy, a gaggle of people in here coming from all parts of the world. Now, let's get back to our subject here. Eating for the holidays. Now, I know some people, if you just cut away all the BS, they will label the holiday eating as gluttony. Okay, now, if you believe that that's one of the sins, all right, being a glutton, then that's a really heavy psychological trip you can put on yourself and to put on somebody else. However, even though I believe it's not good all the time, so what if you do it every once in a while? You can burn that off. You didn't set your body to a certain set point anymore. However, if you do eat this way all the time, you are going to set your body a new set point, and that new set point is going to need so many calories, and you're going to release certain chemicals. And those chemicals, once you release them for so long in a certain pattern, they want to keep releasing that way, meaning your body will take over, your brain will go to sleep, and now you'll eat just because it's a habit, just because you think it's normal. It just feels right. But your chemicals in your body are telling you that. But really, is it what you want? When you look at yourself in the mirror naked, is that what you want to see? All right, be honest, because most of us, when we look in the mirror, we're like, no, man, I probably shouldn't have did that. I probably shouldn't have ate that. But that's what we do. Some of you see your face, and it used to be like super tight, and now all of a sudden it's puffed out, and your chin is coming down, and now you got the little balloon under there. All right, the little turkey rooster under there. All right, so that's what you don't want. That okay, you want to keep that. You want to keep that stuff away, but you're not doing what you need to do, following through on purpose. protocols in order to make that happen. Now, I'm a protocol guy, meaning that I do not believe in eating clean all the time because I don't think it has any benefit to stay clean. Your body, most of the systems in your body, they get stronger because there is adversity. I think your digestive system is just like that. I think you have to eat bad things so your body recognizes what is good and what is bad, and it knows what to get rid of and what to keep, and in order to keep you running at optimum. Okay, now if you go pure all the time, plant-based diet, organic this, supplement that all the time, you know what's going to happen? Your body's going to run really well, but you're going to get shorted on some things that are out there in this world, and you're going to teach your system, just like today's society, you're going to teach your system to be weak. And then when you do get hit with something tough, your body can't handle it. All of a sudden, your body goes into super crisis stress mode, and now your adrenal cortex is going crazy, secreting cortisol like you wouldn't believe. And then all of a sudden, that cortisol runs out. Now you got to steal precursors from other parts of your body, and now you're in a world of hurt. Now you're in a state we call disease. And that disease could be anything, especially these ugly, nasty autoimmune diseases. Okay, so that's what eating, putting food in your mouth can do to you. It can completely ruin your physiology, but I think you need it on occasion to teach your body what is bad. How do you fight this? Where do I store it? Where do I get rid of it? Your body has to figure these things out, and if you never eat anything bad, you won't know. However, if you eat bad all the time, take a look at the junkyard. That's what happens when you eat bad all the time. Is there any organization? Is there any structure? Is there any way you're going to drive through a junkyard and not get a flat tire? You're not. So that's what I'm talking about as far as your body. You're not going to eat a whole bunch of Twinkies every day, Ding Dongs every day, pizza every day, fried chicken every day, Cane's every day, In-N-Out Burger every day, McDonald's every day. You're not going to eat that every day and not ruin one of your organs. It's just not going to happen. Now, every once in a while, nothing's going to go wrong. You're just going to train your body little by little. All right, if I get this bad stuff in my system, this is what happens. But if you just try to eat bad all the time, your body is like, okay, I see what to do with it, but there's way too much and it keeps coming in. What do I do now? And now you're in a state of disease. Your body doesn't know what to do. And now they're talking about hacking off limbs in the case of diabetes, and they're talking about filling your body with radiation when it comes to cancer. It's not what any of us want. But you guys know, all right, you eat, you know how fast you can pick up weight nowadays. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we got as far as comments in here. David Poulton says, wait, where you at, David? I lost you. It just jumped down on me. They say that us humans do not understand our own bodies. No, that's true. But you don't have to understand how everything works inside of your body to make it work correctly. See, your body already knows what to do. All you got to do is give it the building blocks and just step out of the way. The problem is when you eat the bad stuff all the time, you now have blocked the pathways. You're shutting down the corridors in which the food would go down, and you're killing and just bending the receptors that your food and the nutrients would attach to. And then all of a sudden you wonder why you have disease. Why do you have Scheuermann's disease? Why do you have leukemia? Why do you have erythroblastosis fetalis, your skin peeling off on the inside and outside? I mean, it's just crazy stuff that we don't even realize that is happening. Okay, so those of you who just came in here, feel free to jump on. All right, how did I get here? Jumbo papers. I don't know, Jumbo, but we're glad you're here anyway. Okay, Jeff Haynes back in the house. Both bone broth for 2 meals on Christmas and the day after. All right. So that's what I'm talking about. Jeff, you just gave out a wonderful protocol because there's 3 things that you can put in your mouth that are not supplements, that are superfoods. They have basically every nutrient you need. Let's see if you guys like these foods. Okay, now he just mentioned one of them, bone broth. I'm going to give you guys in the chat a chance to throw some out here. So I want to know, what are the 2 superfoods that give you almost every nutrient that you need in one food? And here's a hint. You don't have to cook one of them. Okay, so just that's the only hint I'm gonna give you. Some of you are good. You're gonna figure this out anyway. So let's go ahead. Okay, yes, there I am. All right, danger pooch. All right, I like it. Yes. I celebrate God. Okay, so amen. You got to that. Okay, hemp seeds, chocolate, avocados, chocolate. Okay, all right, I love it. All right, we got some good guesses in here. All right. Pattaya, Thailand. All right. Money Machine Gun. Money Machine Gun. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. Come on in. All right. I've seen you in here numerous times, so I know who you are. Okay. So, Ami Funke. All right, I like that. Sea moss. All right, so now I just did some studying on sea moss, so I'm going to eliminate that one. However, you're correct about the sea moss. All right, I didn't even think about that. So I got another one, but Rockin' Osprey said avocados. All right, he might have knew that, or maybe I said it in a previous video, but he is correct. All right, avocados are a superfood. There's another one. Let's see if somebody threw it out there. Chocolate, it's good for the brain. All right, especially dark chocolate. Regular chocolate, milk chocolate, it tastes good, but it's not really good for you because it's processed chocolate. It's added sugar. So that's the only reason I would not say that. But dark chocolate, yes. Okay, but not. So we got dark fruits and veggies. All right, now you can get a lot from those. However, you're not going to get anywhere near what you need unless you eat like a trash can of those a day. And when I say a trash can, I mean the 13-gallon. I don't mean your little one you throw your little snot rags into. I'm talking about the one in your kitchen that you're throwing whole plates into. All right, that's the 13-gallon big boy. Okay, let's see. Yes. Cacao. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. All right. Good for inflammation, good for almost everything else. Gooseberry. All right. Gooseberry, that's a really good antioxidant, but not quite giving you everything you need, but it's got a lot of elements in there. You guys are hitting this. All right. Now, the other one is one that is simpler than you think. All right. The other one is called a sweet potato or a yam. Okay, so either one. Now, they're not the same thing. A sweet potato is slightly different from a yam, but they come from almost the exact same family. So slightly different. But those have almost every single vitamin, mineral, nutrient that you need in one food. So if you can just limit your diet to anything, to one thing, limit it to those. Avocado, sweet potato, bone broth. And if you guys don't know about bone broth, that will actually go to your bones, solidify your body with calcium, give you something in the way of, what is it called, colostrum, and that will start rebuilding every single organ in your body. It is that good. So I am a big proponent of bone broth. So I have some in my cabinet right now. All right. I wish I had brought some out here. I would show it to you, but yeah, you guys will see it. Now, let's go ahead and see what we got. Let me see. Okay, David Polden is asking a question about a flower in Africa. I wouldn't know what it is, but somebody who is in Africa might answer that question. So I think we might have somebody in there. Okay, I see. All right, now wait a minute. Street Jesus says, hey, bro, I'm 19 and I've been dealing with lower back pain since July 2018 from doing squats. I've been doing core exercises, done a lot of stretches, and taking time off from the gym. My back still hurts. Well, here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you this because I had the same exact issue. I actually lifted really heavy and I was doing deadlifts and I actually felt like I pulled something. It's almost like a muscle popped in my back. Now, I do not have the back pain anymore, and that's because when you have that injury, you rest for a couple of days, but you go back to working that same body part with like 10% of the weight. Okay, you cannot do the full, but you have to keep on working that because muscle tears are normal. When you build a muscle, that's what you do to it. You tear it, you rip it, and it's supposed to put itself back together, which gives it its size. So that's exactly what you are supposed to do. However, go back to lifting and go back to lifting often, but not heavy at all. You will see that your back starts feeling better. And when you're resting, please try to do the inversion where you actually lock your feet into a device. It flips you upside down and it will create space between your vertebrae so you can actually take the pressure off of your spine and at the same time heal the muscle without having pressure on the spine. Now, I play golf, so I rotate and I turn really fast, and I can still play golf at 43 years old with no problems winding up, going all the way back and going all the way through and turning my back. Even after that injury, and I have no pain in my lower back, no pain in my upper back, no pain anywhere, and I can bend pretty much any way I need to as far as my back. Now, what I want you to do is is if you don't have an inversion table, do the ghetto method. Get on your bed, okay? So lay face down. So here, let me see. I need something that would be a mattress. Okay, so there you go. So you're gonna lay, this is your mattress, okay? It's cute, isn't it? All right, now take a look. You're gonna lay on the edge of the bed with your chest face down. You're going to be face down, laying on the mattress with your chest right at your nipples, hanging 2 inches. Okay. And after 10 minutes, scoot forward 10 inches. You'll be about right here. And after 10 minutes, scoot forward another 2 inches. Do that until you get all the way to your waist. And when you do, just hang off the edge of the bed. And it doesn't matter if you support yourself as long as your back is hanging. All right, as long as nothing is supporting your back. What you're doing is as you bend your spine, so here, this is the bed, okay? So my finger, as you bend your spine will start crinkling and crinkling and crinkling and moving on down over the bed. And now you're creating separation between your vertebrae. So now when they settle again, you've got blood in there. So now it can repair. So if it's muscle, that's going to be good. You probably won't even have to do that, but you're going to stretch out the muscle so that blood can start coming in between the fascia. So the blood can start coming in between the muscle fibers. And when it starts repairing them back, after about a couple of, usually it takes about a week and a half, you should start feeling back to normal. So especially if you're 19, it should start happening faster than that. But whatever you do, don't just stop, because if you atrophy the muscle, it gets weak. And when it gets weak, it will fall apart. And that, when you don't have support muscle, especially in your back, you got to remember your back maintains all of your upper body weight. So if this gets weak in this back, all right, halfway down, all the way down to your butt, if that gets weak, it's over, because then you can't bend anywhere. You can't pick up anything. So the last thing you should do is completely stop. I know you got a back injury. Don't stop. Just lift really light, but lift the same body part in the interval in which you would. Okay, so hopefully we got you on that one. So that was a good question. Street Jesus, very good question. Ricky Lee, can you buy bone broth? Of course you can. They sell it at Costco. I get the organic version from Costco because I can get it in bulk. That's why I want it. I don't mind getting it from a health food store or anything like that. But Costco, I found it at Costco. And if you guys don't know, Costco and Sam's, what is it called? Sam's Club. That's the Walmart version of Costco. If you guys look at those, they actually have bigger and bigger and bigger selections of organic, farm raised, cage free, farm finished, stuff like that. They are getting more and more of those, and you guys would be surprised at what you can get for your money. It actually turns out to be cheaper than its processed alternative if you buy it in bulk. So if you can, don't stress yourself out if you can't, but if you can, go for it. Go for it. Okay, so Brother D. Nubian in the house says, I eat yams, not sweet potatoes. The messenger said, do not eat them because they're hard on our digestive systems. I haven't found that to be the case. I eat sweet potatoes almost every day, and I don't have any problem with passing a stool. I don't have any problem with digestive issues. I have no abdominal pain. So I can't really attest to that. It works for me, but I can understand how it could not work for somebody else. But the great thing about yams and sweet potatoes are they're a little bit stringy, okay? And that is fiber. And that fiber is going to start dragging all that bad stuff out of your large and small intestine. And you guys are going to start feeling better. You're going to start processing better. Your stool should look a better color. You should be able to pass stool, doing a number 2. You should be able to pass those a lot more easily when you start eating these fiber-rich, nutrient-rich foods, okay? It's going to be real good for you, okay? Now, the ghetto method. Susan H., that's what I call it, Susan. I know I don't like when people always use the hospital version and go to the hospital and go to the physical therapist. The hell with all that. Let's do it at home if we can. And then if there's impossible to do at home, then we might go to another so-called professional. I don't know. People like going to people who have letters behind their name. I found that the service ain't that great. You know, haven't you guys ever realized this? This is the way the world works. Let me ask you this. How many of you have gone out to a fancy restaurant, paid over $100 per person to eat there, and thought in your mind, that wasn't all that good? I mean, I would have rather went to Cane's, right? How many of you have done that? How many of you have gone somewhere fancy and you were like, damn, that was a waste of money? I could have just saved my $100 and I could have got 10 meals at McDonald's for my $100. All right. I mean, that's the way I feel sometimes. And so when the medical field works the same way, you'll go to a doctor, he'll say, do this, do that, and go to the store. And then all of a sudden you come out of the office and you're like, I could have looked that up on Google. What the hell am I doing here paying a $200 copay when I could have found that out on the internet? You could have. All right, let's see here. Wait. Eat, play, decorate. All right, back in the house. Welcome back. Said, I did the Saline Cleanse and had diarrhea for 5 days. I have this problem with vitamins as well, but I sleep better now. Now, you'll have to let your stool normalize, okay? So once you do the saline wash, sometimes it lasts longer in people, other times it lasts shorter. That's because some people's intestines are going to hold on to the salt particles and they're going to continue to slide things off the wall. So whatever comes through gets emulsified, meaning it runs through without being so much processed. Now, as long as you're sleeping better, that means you're absorbing nutrients better, and that's the ultimate result you want out of this. Now, don't do the saline wash anymore. You don't need to do it anymore. Just let your system normalize, and boom, you'll be all good. Okay, so just let it take care of itself. No, don't try to do anything. If you want to thicken up your stool, eat things that are heavier as far as your diet are concerned. Do it naturally. So sweet potatoes, really good one. Avocado, really good one. Oatmeal, really good one. Okay, so those are things that are fiber-based that will actually pull slowly things out of your system, and it'll help you start normalizing if it's not gone already. So you don't need to do the saline wash often. You just do it like once every 6 months, maybe even once a year, because you don't need to denormalize yourself. Now, the only reason I advocate that you do a saline wash like every month or once every 2 months is if you eat bad on a constant basis. That means your intestine is going to be messed up. So you're going to have to replace your normal flora. You're going to have to repair the walls there. So there's going to be a lot that you have to do in order to make that happen. Okay. Wait a minute. What do I have here? My throat is getting a little, I might be able to open it. Okay. My throat is getting a little dry. I'm going to take a shot of apple cider vinegar and see what it does to it. Okay. This is some healthy stuff. Now, this is a trick I'm going to show you guys, but I'm just doing it for moisture right now. Ow. Whoa. All right. Woo, taking a shot. All right, now, I'm sure you guys have this in your cabinet, okay? So let me show you this. Does everybody see that sediment at the bottom of that? Now, when you guys see that sediment on the bottom of that bottle, that's good. You know what those are called? That's called probiotics, okay? Those probiotics in there are actually going to help repopulate your normal flora in your microbiome down here in your digestive tract, and they're going to help you digest certain foods and get proteins and amino acids out of those foods that you would never get anywhere else. Now, I also take a powder form of a probiotic because I want all of mine in there. So now, if you guys are using Bragg apple cider vinegar, one of the best things you could ever use. First of all, this is going to help you with weight loss. Second of all, it helps boost your metabolism, which is also going to help with weight loss. Okay, so this is great stuff to have in your cabinet. Now, if you want to use apple cider vinegar, you can use this to stop sweaty palms, sweaty underarms. You can just rub it on and you soak a little rag, and it's not going to be dripping wet, but it's going to be damp with apple cider vinegar. You put it up under your arms, put some rags up under your arms, and they'll stop you from sweating so much. Now, I advocate this over tea tree oil because tea tree oil stinks, okay, really bad. This does when you have it on, but once you take a shower and it gets out of your system, it's going to take a day or two. But once it gets out of your system, you'll notice that you don't sweat as much. Okay, now, those are two just side benefits I thought I would throw in there, but I'm going to tell you the main thing you use this for. I want you to use this to cut the sugar that you eat when you're eating at Christmas and Thanksgiving. Why do I want you to use this? Because if you don't cut the sugar keeps going into your cells. The poison, processed sugar, goes into your cells, and now you're going to have a problem. If you drink this before or after you eat a lot of sugar, a lot of carbohydrates, not just straight sugar, carbohydrates, pastas, breads, breaded stuff like chicken. If you're going to eat stuff like that, You have to buffer that in your system. Why not let some probiotics eat some of the bad stuff or most of the bad stuff, and you save yourself the calories. You save yourself the pounds. Okay, that's what I use this for. And if you notice, if you like eat 6 Krispy Kreme donuts, and I am embarrassed to admit I have done that. All right. And if you follow it up with some apple cider vinegar, guess what happens? No sugar crash, no calories. Okay, now I can't say no calories. Most of the calories get taken away because they actually get eaten by the bacteria and pass straight through your system without you absorbing them. Isn't that a wonderful reason to buy something that comes in a bottle this big and costs only $5? Wouldn't you say? Yeah. All right, now, there you go. All right, so just a little hint. We're going to throw that. I'm going to give you another treat in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to show you another one. All right, so the questions here are great, okay? Now, Alvin, can you please address body odor? Now, when you have body odor, that means you have over-secreting what they call sudoriferous glands, sweat glands. And sometimes when people have sweat glands, because they have dead skin cells trapped up underneath their skin in the pores, that creates a rotting. That rotting effect, because it's dead skin, creates a smell. And if you have enough of those, you get something called body odor. Now, what do? Well, you got to clean out that area. Now, as far as getting the stuff underneath the skin, you have to exfoliate first. So if you're doing underarms and wherever you have creases, if you're a bigger person, you got to do up under the fat rolls, all right? You're going to have to get up under the man boobs, stuff like that. But this is what you do. You're going to get something called tea tree oil. If you go to a holistic store or something like that, the small bottle will cost you about $6. The large bottle should cost you about $11. Okay, it's not that expensive at all. All right, now all you're going to do is you're going to not saturate a rag because it takes way too much and the odor is really strong. But what you're going to do is exfoliate with a soap or a rag, something like a sugar scrub, to actually scrub the underarm, scrub the underarm, scrub the crevices. All right, get everything out of there. And when you do, what you're going to do is wash that off. Now you've opened everything up. So now you're ready to apply your tea tree oil. Now, what you're going to do is you're just going to take a nice little clean cloth and you're going to dampen it with the tea tree oil. So you can either dab it on the tea tree oil, all right, get it wet. But all you're going to do wet up a nice area of it so it covers your underarm. And then you're going to put it there and you're going to keep it there for about 2 minutes. Okay, after that, it's going to start burning a little bit. Take it away. Okay, do the other arm. Okay, and you might have to re-wet it, but put it under there. 2 minutes, take it away. Put it under your rolls, all right? Wait 2 minutes, take it away. You're going to notice that you're going to do this once every other day, all right? Once you do, you're going to notice that you're going to start to cause your apocrine glands to under-secrete. Once they do, you won't have the smell anymore because you won't have trapped oil and dead skin cells underneath your skin rotting, which is where the odor is coming from. So you might want to take care of that so that this body odor does not become a problem in the future. Guess what? That works on foot odor as well. Okay, so there you go. It works on foot odor at the same time. So if you want to do this to your feet, feel free. It works. All right. I've tried it. It works. Okay. So good enough. All right. Let me see. What do I have here? Oh, we got people helping each other again. I love it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Money Machine Gun says, Brother D. Nubian, but I'm not fat. I'm buff. So do you think I need to lose weight? All right. Well, that's a personal question. It depends on if you think you should lose weight. So Money Machine Gun, I have to address it that way. Tea tree oil is a powerful antifungal. It removed my infection in only a day. David Polton, all right, using it for its antifungal properties. Yes. Okay, I love it. So, oh, wait a minute. Andrew Glenow is in the house. Wait a minute. Is it Glengau? Okay, so Andrew Glenow in the house. Wait a minute, 12:30 p.m. Saturday here, down under. I did an enema last night and a saline cleanse this morning. I am now on a 72-hour fast, allowing the body to heal and repair itself. Wow. All right, everybody. Yeah, I need to see the hands. We got to get the hands up here in the chat here. So just put some clapping hands, thumbs up, whatever you can put in the chat here, because Andrew has just told you guys one of the biggest secrets to getting rid of almost any disease, and he just showed you there, and that's part of some of my that's some of the protocol that I actually have in my diabetes and in the cancer course. So he tells you here, I'm going to read it again. He said he did an enema last night and he did a saline wash in the morning. All right, so wait a minute. All right, and he's doing a 72-hour fast. Basically, what he's doing is emptying out his body, allowing all the organs, all the tissue, all the blood, all the bone, all the cartilage to reset. And then now he will basically, after this fast, have a brand new body. I guarantee you, because Andrew does this, I've seen him before. Yeah, he's even on the Facebook group that I don't even hardly visit. Okay, but this man actually does this quite often, and I'm pretty sure that if we put his blood vessels, his nerves, his tissues under a microscope, the age of them would not be anywhere near what his true age is as far as timeline. Okay, his organs would probably be 15 to 20 years younger than what his age says, just because of that thing right there that he's doing. The problem is, most people, even though it's that simple, even though it's that straightforward, most people will never have the gumption to actually just stop eating, only drink water for 3 days in order to reset your whole system and find out the joy of what it feels like to be a healthy human being. That's strong. That's strong. DeJang back in the house. I see you, DeJang. All right, what's going on? All right, I see you. Chevelle Locke back in here. I see you. Tisha Robinson, I love it. B14 for life back in the house. She said, what's a saline cleanse? Oh, B14. How could you say that? If you've ever been on this channel before, you know I always have a video telling you guys what a saline wash is, how to do it, and how often you should do it underneath. Okay, so make sure you check out that video. But a saline wash is just washing out your entire colon from mouth to anus with a pure water / salt solution. Okay, so there you go. All right, Andrew said, I'm 60 and I feel better than I did when I was 30. See, that's what I'm talking about. I told you guys that last week. I'm 43 and I feel like I'm 23 because I can still do everything I could do when I was 23 years old. I still have the flexibility. I still have everything going for me. I even still have now more muscle tone than I did back then because I was kind of a skinny kid. All right, but now I got something that resembles a little bit of muscle. Okay, and I don't know. I just feel better now. I feel like I'm doing the right things for my life and everything is working out for me. So I don't know. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I got to say, I'm with you on that one, Andrew. Tisha Robinson, thanks for the motivation, Andrew. Yes. What should my weight be? Okay, I am 6'5", 260 pounds. I am 58 years old and I do at least 50 push-ups a day. Am I over my weight? Now, that depends on how you look in the mirror, not the scale, because most people look at 260 and compare you to an ideal body weight standard, which says that, let me see, you are 6'5". That means that you are 6'5". That means that you are 17 inches over the 5 feet that you're supposed to be for your weight. So 17 times the 6 that you would give for yours, and that would be 102. So 102 plus the 106, that means you're supposed to weigh 214 pounds. If we take that both ways, you're supposed to weigh anywhere from 208 to 222. So that means that you would be out of your weight range for your particular height if you compared it to the ideal body weight standard. However, that's not true. Okay, don't base it off of that, because that chart, that ideal body weight calculation, that was made a long time ago. That was in the early 1900s. So here's the thing. What they didn't account for back then was that muscle weighs more than fat. So you could look great. You could be ripped. You could have dense, heavy muscle, and you can weigh 260 pounds, But according to the scale, you're overweight. You are 30 pounds overweight approximately, right? So if we were to look at you, I doubt if that's the case because you're tall, you probably carry your weight well, you're probably well proportioned. So if that's the case, go by how you look in the mirror. Do you have big fat rolls on the side? Do you have a little man boobage going on up there? Do you have fat up under the arms? When you turn to the side, do you have that nice little fat crease underneath there? Okay, so that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that you're looking and say, if you don't like that, then lose the fat so that you can get rid of the areas that you want to get rid of, but don't go by the straight weight because you can look fantastic. And here's the thing, way more than you did when you looked fat, and you can look great and you can weigh more here than you did when you looked fat. So please don't think that don't put any kind of credence into these old systems that we still have up and running today, because a lot of times it's not relevant to us. According to that particular system, I am obese. According to that scale, I am obese. I am 6'3". That means I'm 15 inches over the 5 feet that they allow for a man. So 15 times the, 6? Yes, 15 times the 6, so that'll give me 90. So 90, so I should be 190. So that means I have a weight range of 6 pounds on each side. So that means I should weigh anywhere from 184 to 196. I weigh 240 pounds. Do I look obese? Okay, so yes, take a look. I got a little love handle there, but do I look obese? Do I look anywhere near like I need to lose a lot of weight? No, but I'm dense. Okay, so my wife tells me all the time, I'm heavy. All right, I don't realize how big I am, and I am. I'm a dense person. I'm like heavy-handed. Okay, I realize that about myself now. But before, if somebody would have told me that and I had no knowledge of the field, I would have been thinking that, oh my God, I'm like super overweight. I need to become a beanpole again. I need to start looking like this microphone stand here. No, I don't want to be like that. I want to have a little meat on me. I want to have a little chest. I want to have some abdominals here, but I still want a little fat on my bones so that, you can have a little fun. All right, so let's see. All right, when it comes to weight loss, if you stay off processed sugar and junk food and get on a fast slowly, your body will get you to where you should be. My body took me from 115 kilograms to 87 kilograms, and my body stabilized, meaning stabilized. Okay, so there you go. So I like that. So Andrew, way to throw it out there. All right, Tisha Robinson said, I hear people talking about losing weight, and here I am trying to gain weight healthy. All right, Tisha, so Tisha must be a little bit underweight or not liking the way her body is, skinny, or she has a really high metabolism and she's trying to gain weight so she can probably, and this is my guess, probably get some more curves. Now, I don't blame you for that, but in order to do that, you're going to have to eat consistently, and here's the big part, stay away from cardio. Because if you're a person with high metabolism, meaning you eat a lot and you still stay skinny, the minute you do cardio, it will take every inch of weight you just gained off again. Okay, so if you're trying to gain weight, cardio is your enemy. Okay, now, I didn't say don't work out. You lift weight, but you don't do cardio. All right. So your heart can be good if you just go for a walk. If you're going to do cardio, really light, really short cardio. Okay. Don't do high intensity interval training. Okay. Don't do P90X. Don't do T25. Don't do Zumba. It's too much. If you're trying to gain weight, cardio will kill your gains. Okay. So just remember that. All right, who else we got? Yes to all that just described. Thanks for the info. All right, so we hit it on the head. All right, we got 54 people in the chat here. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them. But while you do, let me introduce you to the second trick I have. First of all, I introduce you guys to something called apple cider vinegar. I'm sure you guys all have Bragg in your refrigerator right now. All right, they have taken over the nation. But I want to introduce you guys to something that I've been doing for the last year now, and it's been helping me out tremendously as far as not gaining fat. Now, Let me tell you the truth about fat gain. Back in the 50s and 60s, if you guys saw somebody, they would, when they were fat, I mean 350 pounds, 400 pounds, the fat would actually hang off their body. I mean, it would droop over their belt, stuff like that. And the fat was jiggly. You could just literally pick it up and drop it, right? So it was just like lard, just blubber hanging around. However, if you look nowadays, people look pregnant. The belly is round and solid and bulbous, right? So, and people are actually don't realize that that is insulin inflammation. When your tissues and blood are full with insulin, meaning that you eat too many carbs, you eat too much sugar, insulin remains in your bloodstream. If it does, it causes extreme irritation. And guess what? It's going to burn all of your cortisol, a human being's anti-inflammatory. So that means you're going to have to take it from the outside. Now, I'm guessing that most of you out there are not drinking ginger and you're not eating turmeric every morning in your smoothie on a daily basis. So you are not taking care of the inflammation because your body can't, because you're actually bombarding it with stress producers. You're burning all your cortisol and now you have no anti-inflammatory. Thus the reason your belly is super big. Okay. On top of that, you don't have anything helping you out in your digestive tract to actually help take some of the stress away. So you don't burn all your cortisol. Thus, we have something here called kombucha. Now, kombucha is a class of drinks that is a probiotic mix of usually tea and carbonated water. Okay, that's what kombucha is. Now, when you drink kombucha, it tastes, to me, it tastes really good. Now, most brands are good. Some of them, stay away, because I'm telling you, I almost gagged. I drank some of the kombucha and I was just like, all right, so I was just ready to give it back, right? But when you see stuff, all of the kombuchas, and if you notice, this is an empty bottle, so I already drank this one, but they all have cultures in the bottom, like the apple cider vinegar I just showed you. They have cultures in the bottom, and those are live cultures. Most of them boast that they have like 40,000 cultures, 25,000 cultures. Some people, they were like 25 million. I take a capsule that has 25 million probiotics in it. The reason you take this is because when you eat carbohydrates, when you eat pasta, when you eat cakes, when you eat cookies, when you eat sugar in general, guess what happens? Sugar or carbs turn into sugar in your system and it's automatically stored, meaning high amounts of insulin are always being secreted. Why? Because when you eat a carbohydrate, it's usually a complex carbohydrate, meaning it stays in your system longer. That means insulin is secreted longer, and that means you get fat faster. That's your metabolism being reset higher and higher. That's why when you try to go to the gym and lose weight, and the minute you stop working out and you go back to eating the same old foods, that's why the 30 pounds that you lost comes right back in a week, because your set point is set for that. You told your body that if you eat this kind of food, and if this is what's going to happen, these are the chemicals that are going to be released, this is the amount of fat that we're going to stay in, and this is what we're comfortable at now. So no matter how much weight you try to lose, if you go right back to those same foods and trigger those same responses without changing your body's chemical responses independent of your brain, guess what happens? You go right back to the same person that you were, weight-wise. And here's the bad part, mentally too. You go back to that same person. Oh, well, people in my family, we just don't lose weight. BS. You're making excuses. You're trying to talk yourself down as if you're a loser. You're not. You're a regular human being going through struggles like we all do. And eventually you will become the person you need to become in order to get over that weight loss hurdle. But how this helps is just like the apple cider vinegar. This is actually something that helps you process the sugar, process the carbs, process the pasta, all that good stuff you like to eat. It will eat it for you, break it down in a different way. Now your body can use the byproducts from the bacteria in here. And now those are things, units that you can use as energy, and you will not gain the weight. If I had not been using this and I had not been using this over the past year, I'm going to tell you guys the absolute truth. I would probably be over 350 pounds. I weigh 238 right now, 238 like on the head, but I would have been over 350 pounds. Now, as much as it won't show as much on me because I am 6'3", I know it won't show that much on me, and people will be like, "Oh yeah, you're fine. It looks great." To me, it don't. Okay, and I see myself naked. I don't want any extra fat around my junk. Okay, I don't need any extra man boobage. Okay, I don't need any of that stuff. So I'm not trying to get it either. So I do want a little weight on me. I do like being dense. I do like if I run into somebody, they will move. All right, I like that kind of stuff. However, I'm not trying to get big and just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be like some of these people. Oh yeah, I'm here for a good time, not for a long time. Mr. Jackson, I'm just here to get it on, right? I'm just here to live the best life I can possible. See, when people say stuff like that, it sounds good when they're saying it. It sounds good when you're putting the chicken in your mouth. It sounds good when you're eating a tub of ice cream. It sounds really great when you're eating a whole basket of Cane's chicken fingers. I know it sounds great. However, when you guys go back and you sit home and you actually look at yourself in the mirror naked when you get out of the shower, you're probably in your mind thinking, I just effed up. All right, right? That's what you're thinking. I shouldn't have done that. All right. So when you eat bad, one meal will set you back a couple of days. So to burn off one meal, you got to work out for 2 days. That ain't a good ratio. So that means that you're going to have to learn to eat good and occasionally eat bad. Now, what I just told you about the one bad meal equals 2 days in the gym, this will cut that down to maybe a half a day. So from 2 days down to half a day if you drank this once or twice a day. All right, now I'm not going to lie to you. It ain't the cheapest thing, right? So if you get a good bottle of, what's the other one called? Kavita. If you get a bottle of that, it's like $2.50 if you get it on sale per bottle, okay? If you get it regular price, it's $3.50 for one bottle. Now, you're not supposed to drink it like a soft drink with your meal, but that's what I do. I buy the stuff by the case. So in a case, these are the ones I get from Costco. It's called the Brew Doctor. Yes, the Brew Doctor, that one there. That's the one I get from Costco. Now, it comes in a variety pack with different flavors, and it's like $12 for 6 of them. So they're $2 a piece. That's not bad for kombucha. So I usually get 1 or 2 cases every weekend so that I can have some in the refrigerator. And me and my wife, we just sip them throughout the day, knowing that, especially around Christmas and Thanksgiving, we would actually be eating really bad, like the cakes, the pies, the cinnamon butter, cinnamon loaf, that kind of stuff. So I know you guys like to eat that stuff too, but that's what we eat as far as that. So I'm just trying to give you guys some tools to help you out that are healthy, that are a way that will actually come out of your system, benefit your system, and still help you eat some of the things that you want. Because I know as a human being, you're a hermit and you will not be able to eat hardly anything in society. That, with the exception of you being a multimillionaire and being able to go to a restaurant where they will make anything you want because they know who you are, they know how much money you have. That's not going to happen in a regular restaurant. People are like, yeah, I can find something healthy to eat at McDonald's. The apple parfait, well, if you throw away the parfait and just eat the apples, yeah, that might be it, but it's still apples from McDonald's. They're already sliced, but they're still white. So how can you slice an apple and it stay white? Correct answer, preservatives. You see, everything you get at a restaurant, especially a chain restaurant, it has catches. So don't ever think that you're going to get anything completely healthy out of a restaurant unless you go to a more upscale place where they think that fresh is the way to go. Nothing should be frozen, but most restaurants don't do that. Most stuff is frozen. Most stuff has preservatives. Most stuff is for the bottom line of the company, not for the bottom line of your health. All right, so let's see. All right, let's go here. Tisha, yes, talking in the chat. Very good. So Tisha and someone got a conversation. Jesus got a conversation. Very nice. Walnuts are much healthier. I like that. Brother D. Nubian dropping the knowledge on them. All right. Does anybody use black seed oil? I would say if you have skin cancer, if you have any kind of skin anomaly, use black seed oil. You can actually take it internally as well, and it actually helps regulate your metabolism. It also helps give you great skin by delivering some form of vitamin E. So you guys, black seed oil, that's one of those kind of like miracle things you can put into your body. So I agree with that, but make sure it's pure. Make sure it's pure. Okay, now it looks like we're getting a few questions here. Okay, let me see. I prefer almonds, hazel, and walnuts. Okay, so those are the good nuts. Tisha, stick with those. Stick with those. They're heavier, they're dense, so they'll stay in your system longer and help you to gain weight. So good healthy fat. Okay, I'm slim, but I can't seem to lose my stomach. But I have fibroids, so can that be a factor? But they're not that big, but have a lot of them. Okay, so if that's the case, so B14 Life. If you can't lose your stomach, it's probably irritation. And I don't think in this case it's insulin. If you have fibroids, that means that there's some form of irritation that's going on in your abdominal pelvic cavity. Because if your arms are looking good, your chest is looking good, your legs are fine, but all of a sudden you just got a little stomach on you, and that's not going away, that's pure inflammation. That means that you have some fat cells there that are extremely poisoned, and you're going to have to get that poison out in order to lose that remaining fat. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I want you to be able to get rid of that and get rid of it safely. So I want you to do something called a Gaia Supreme Cleanse. Okay, that cleanse is going to allow you to, for 12 days, slowly, not all abruptly, slowly flush the toxins out of your fat cells. When that happens, then you'll be able to burn those fat cells, and then your skin will tighten back up. So in order to get the skin to tighten back up, though, the basement layer of the skin has to come back. So in order to tighten those regiments there, you actually have to take all of your vitamins and minerals. I don't advocate you take one thing. Some people will be like, yeah, you need to take milk thistle for this, and you need to take some form of psyllium for that. No, I'm telling you what you need is to take all of your vitamins and minerals, and that tends to get everything to come back to normal, to rubber band back the way it's supposed to be. Don't take one thing for one thing. Remember, this thing we live in called the body, it's a whole. You don't go and pinpoint one part and say, oh, it's fixed. It never works. All right. So that's why I feel really strongly about it. That's why I'm really against chemotherapies. That's why I'm really against radiation for cancer, because yeah, you can kill the cancer cells, you can cut out the cancer tumor, but what was causing it? You never found the underlying cause. You just attacked the symptom. So if you never find that underlying cause, then won't it come back? Yeah. That's what I thought. But nobody in the doctor's office is going to tell you that. They're just going to tell you, oh yeah, we cut it out. Now let us bill your insurance. That's the racket. It's just a business. Okay, so there you go. All right, everybody. It is 50 minutes. It looks like we have gone a long way on this one. I'm sorry if I went off on any long tangents. I was just trying to help you guys figure out what we were going to do as far as the weekend. But I do want to find out from you guys, what do you guys do for Christmas as far as eating? So I'm just going to leave it on that question. So let me find out what you guys eat for the Christmas holiday, because I know everybody's traditional on Thanksgiving. They like the turkey and the stuffing and the cranberry sauce and the mac and cheese and the black eyed peas and the green beans, the yams, the sweet potato casserole. People have all that stuff. But what do you eat on Christmas? So I just want to know. Let me throw out some foods that you guys eat on Christmas before I get out of here. I'm curious to know about this. So go ahead and throw them out there. I'll wait. I'll let you guys go ahead and throw them out there while you guys look at my slightly fat figure. All right, that I actually like. So take a look at that. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so if you guys, while I'm waiting on these people to show us what we have, what they have to eat as far as the Christmas holiday, let me go ahead and throw a thumbs up. So if you guys can, throw a thumbs up in there. There's almost 60 people in here now, so go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you are enjoying this information, and if we got some good answers for your questions. All right, so throw a thumbs up in there. Okay, let me see. Chevelle Lock says, non-doc, unfortunately, I went to the doctor because I was feeling lethargic, only for the doctor to tell me that I have high blood pressure. Help. All right, so Chevelle, this is what you do. First and foremost, right now, okay, I want you to do this right now while we're on the chat. I want you to deep breathe. You breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Now, I've been talking for a while, so I got a little mucus built up, but when you breathe in, see, I got a little mucus built up because when you talk so long, it builds up because it's to lubricate your throat. All right, so breathe in and out through your nose. Now, notice that I breathe in through my nose and out through my nose. That's tantric breathing. You breathe easier. Once you do deep breathing for about 5 minutes, it automatically lowers your blood pressure. Now, African Americans are predisposed to have high blood pressure. Why? It's a state of our muscles being hyperactive. That's why African Americans are athletes in almost everything. You see, your arteries are muscles. They are extremely muscular. And unlike any other race on the planet, African Americans' musculature is built in a certain way. It is fast twitch most of the time, meaning that it's built for quick, fast movements and it's built for power. Well, that's what happens in your arteries as well. It's still made out of muscle and it's still African American muscle. So you're going to push it through faster than anybody else, and you will put more pressure. The blood will put more pressure on the walls because the walls are stronger when they flux. That's usually a good thing. However, because they're so muscular, when they stiffen, your blood pressure rises a lot because there's hardly any flexibility in thick, dense muscle. Okay, so you actually have to take care of that and keep that muscle limber, especially when you get older in age, because if you don't, guess what? Your arteries stiffen faster. Your blood pressure goes up more dramatically. And that's why they say that almost 30% of all African Americans have high blood pressure, no matter what age they are. Even our children have higher blood pressure. Okay, so. All right, gotcha. All right, there you go. So hopefully you guys, I saw something pop up here. So I noticed, so hopefully you guys see what we're trying to lay down for you. So let me see, did anybody put anything in there? They did, okay. So let's see. I have usually salad and quinoa. B14 Life, you are really staying on your regimen, aren't you? That's good, especially for Christmas. That's really good. Okay, let me see. Jeff Haynes says we're cooking boiled vegetables, chicken breast, mastacholi lasagna. Ooh, all right. So notice they did throw a little pasta in there, but it might be like low carb pasta or something like that, because I'm judging from the other foods like boiled vegetables and chicken breast that they wouldn't just go out and do regular pasta. They would have processed stuff in it. So I'm going to guess that it's like low carb organic pasta. Let me know if I'm right on that one. Okay. Nothing like a good pot of gumbo. All right. So they're doing it New Orleans style down there. Okay. So I like that. String beans. Yes, I might cook for the New Year's. Okay. We have the strongest bones. Brother D. Nubian. That's true. All right. As far as that, yes. Chevelle said, wow. Yes. I only eat on a meal a day sometimes. I'll have an oatmeal. Okay. Me too. That's one of my staples. Oatmeal, avocado, sweet potato. It's just things that I can quickly throw in a puck oven and warm them up. And notice I said puck oven, not microwave, because I don't irradiate my food and then eat it. Okay. I use a convection oven to heat my food because I just want to move the heat around. I don't want to irradiate it with microwaves. Okay, that's poisoning myself thinking that I'm doing something healthy. I cringe at work when I see people stick a cup of coffee in the microwave. Oh, I'm just warming it up. You're just irradiating it. That's what you're doing. So good luck, you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So I'm just kidding. All right, the people at work who actually drink coffee, don't curse me out when I get back to work. Wait a minute. Calvin says, I eat well and wonder how much longer before my health is at risk. All right. Now, you eat well, so why are you worried about your health? It sounds like you're having a mental dilemma about something that probably will never happen, especially if you're eating well. Now, when you say you're eating well, I have to ask questions because a lot of people say, oh, yeah, I eat healthy. And then I say, well, what do you eat? And they're like, oh, yeah, we do the low carb chips and we do the that one always cracks me up. We do the low carb chips and we do the puffs, the natural puffs, and we do the natural Doritos, and we do it. I'm vegan. And when we say, what's vegan? And what are you eating that's vegan? Oh, ding dongs, ho-ho, zingers, stuff like that. Whole fat milk from diseased cows. Yeah, we're eating all of that. So now I know vegans don't eat that. I'm just throwing out stuff. Okay. So one meal a day will keep you from the hospital. Now, I have to agree with with that because that's a form of intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting, just resetting the body and letting your body feed off the fat and get rid of the poisons that are built up in your body. It's one of the best things you can do. I'm a big proponent of intermittent fasting. However, the one meal a day, it just depends though. I'm also, even more so than that, I'm more based on how something works for you, not necessarily that it's an article, not necessarily that it's well, 25% of people got this result, 75% of people got this result. You shouldn't go by any of that. You should realize you try it. If it works for you, you keep doing it. If it doesn't work for you, you stop doing it. That's all life is about. You test it out until it works, until you find something that hits. That's it. Okay, that's what I do with all my supplements. That's what I do with everything I try as far as food. That's what I do with all my exercises. If I don't like it, like people keep telling me, oh, if you want a great overall body exercise, yeah, do some squats, man. I have a slight sway in my back. So my back, so you guys will see it. My back curls in the back, right? So I don't like, because it's very awkward to have a supreme amount of weight and I'm bending down. And when I bend forward with the weight, my back actually gets real, I can feel real pressure and tenseness in my back when I do squats. So I don't do squats. I do the leg press. I do the Smith machine sometimes with squats because it keeps the weight going straight up and down. But I don't do regular squats with regular weight because people tell me it's overall exercise. The hell with them. That doesn't work for me. If you like doing squats, go ahead, squat down, make your ass touch your ankles. I don't give a damn. I ain't doing them. Okay. The squat, the leg press machine, the leg extension machine, the hamstring curl machine. That's all I need. It gives me the legs that I want. I get the butt and the legs that I want. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. All right. So that's what you guys have to realize. You don't listen to anybody else. Try it. And if you don't like it, say the hell with it. No, I'm not going to do that. And here is what I am going to do. So don't just sit on your butt, though. All right. Find something else that works for you. Okay. It might be easier. So what? It's your life. It's your body. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. I know the guy over there. I know he's like squatting 600 pounds. And you're like, oh my God. Well, one day will I be able to do that? I'm like, the hell with that dude. Great for him. I'm not going to hate on him. All right. But I'm going to say, hey, dude, that is great. That is awesome. Your legs look fantastic. However, I'm never going to do that mess. All right. You go ahead. You have at it. Have a great time. I ain't doing it. Okay. I'm going to be right over here on my little leg press machine and I can do 400 pounds on that. I can do 450 on that. Okay. So you go have your squats, risk potential injury with your back, but I'm going to be over here doing something that's a little bit safer for me. Okay. And I've been like that since I was like 19 years old, since I started getting into the gym. Okay. So boom. All right. So now that it's, oh no, we've gone over an hour. People don't usually watch our videos. Right, so on YouTube, hopefully they'll watch this one after they find out what we're talking about. So I'm going to just go ahead and shout you guys out, and then we're going to get out of here because I know it's Friday night. I know you got to get something to eat, and I know you guys are in a hurry to get on with your Friday. Start your vacations. I know some of you are off for an entire week. Isn't this fantastic? But I know some of you are working on Christmas, and for that I say, I'm sorry. All right. But I am not. I'm not working on Christmas and not even this whole week. So what we're going to do is next week, Christmas week, we're still going to get on here. We're going to try to get on this thing and do this thing on Friday. And I might do it a little earlier so I can get some more people from overseas, because I know at this time it's like in the middle of the day, or for some people it's like dead at midnight. And I'm trying to get more. I want more people to participate if they can. So I'm going to try to do it a little bit earlier this Friday since I don't have anything interrupting my schedule, and see if that works a little better. So we're going to try around like 12 o'clock on Friday. Okay. I'm going to try to like 12:30 or something like that to see if we can work that in. So you guys look for us on Friday. Okay. And let me shout out these people. We got Helen Riley in the house. Thank you as always. I love it, Helen. Jesus, God is our Savior. I see you in here. L. Lewis, I see you again, man. B14 Life. Keep doing what you're doing. I like the diet protocols that you're putting in place. That's really good stuff. Denise Rutherford. Very nice. Back in the house. Denise, dairy products create mucus in your gut and in any orifice, in your nasal cavities too. So it does produce that. Don't do it. And wait a minute. Yes, it's yes. Your gut, which causes inflammation and disease. Yes, Denise, you hit it dead on the head. Yes, it does. Okay, because dairy causes inflammation. All sources of disease in your body, especially metabolic disease, is caused by inflammation. Yes. So that means that even when you poison yourself, you don't die of poison. You die of severe inflammation because it quickly eats up your cortisol. And now you have nothing to stop the burning or stop the crisis in any of your vital organs. So yes, you hit that dead on the head. Okay. Andrew, thank you again, Andrew, for coming in here and showing what you like, giving your expertise. I love it, Andrew. I love it. All right. So let me see who else I got in here. Brother D. Nubian was the first one in here, so I got to shout you out. Chevelle Locke, thank you for coming back. Calvin 25X, very good, very good. Let me see. Tisha Robinson, I got you. Eat, play, decorate. Thank you for coming. Jeff Haynes, I see you. Okay, we got. Wait a minute, I missed one. Hold on, what does this say? Oseum Winre. Oseum Winre. Jeremiah. Okay, I got you. See, I could try to pronounce it. Hopefully I did it justice. All right, so looks like that's everybody. Amaya Rose, I remember you in there. So seafood gumbo. All right, so there you go. So I mean business back in the house. All right, so Allison Weaver. So you guys, that is, if I missed you, please forgive me. I got Denise L. Eskridge in the house. Denise Eskridge in the house. Mitchell Brown, I missed you, Mitchell. There you go. I see you. All right, so that is it for this evening. You guys go ahead and enjoy your Friday. Kick off your Christmas. Make some of it healthy. You guys can eat all the bad stuff you want as long as you have help, and you can only eat all the bad stuff that you want on the holidays. When you guys get back to it, use the tools, use the stuff that we showed you in this video that are actually going to help you digest some of this bad stuff so you don't have to take it on yourself. Please stay away from the hospital if you don't need to. If it's an emergency, go to the hospital. If it's not an emergency or if it's a disease, deal with it yourself at your house. Use one of our protocols that we have on our website that will actually help you get rid of diabetes and or cancer that can actually make your life better. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to make your life better. Okay, so you guys have a fantastic day. I really enjoy talking to you. And I'm going to tell you this. I love you guys coming on here. I love answering your questions. So we'll do this again Friday a little bit earlier this time, around 12:30. Okay, we're going to try around 12:30. So you guys have a wonderful and blessed Christmas. Enjoy your holidays. Be safe. And I'll see you guys the next time. Okay, so I'm out of here. Have a good one.